Greetings, Tube Dwellers, and welcome to the first video in a new series! I'm going to play through the Wings of Liberty campaign on Brutal difficulty. Brutal is the hardest difficulty. I'm going to get some achievements on the way and talk a lot about Starcraft on the way. Now this is in anticipation for Heart of the Swarm, which of course doesn't have a release date yet, but I would like to totally be done with this Brutal walkthrough by the time Heart of the Swarm comes out, just so there's no overlap. So let's get right into it. I'm going to say new campaign, and we're going to go Brutal. Let's kick things off the Terran way. Such a good campaign. I've played through this campaign no fewer than 3 times. Played certain missions more than that.
I wonder.
Arcturus Minsk.
How well do you know yourself?
The forcefully self-appointed emperor of the Terran Dominion. And Tychus Finley, hell. Is about time. This is the storyline behind the general conscript, the footman, the grunt of the Terran army. They're re-socialized convicts. They're basically brainwashed. Chemically, maybe using a machine. They don't really get into a whole lot of specifics of exactly how the resocialization works, even in some of the books. Can't say I've read all Starcraft books, but I've read I don't even remember which series it was now. It was a series of 3 books. Traitor.
You go free.
As his boots are strapped on, parts of his suit are plugged in. Yes, I said plugged in. This is a hell of a medieval suit they put on this Marine.
Even freedom has a price.
Those are some nasty scars. That's all I've got to say. Actually, I've probably got quite a bit more to say. The sayings will continue! Connections to the spine, groin plating, arm extensions, make each Marine larger than life. Aw, yeah, it's coming together. Apparently they are set up with the same suits they originally had as well. You could see a little tally count on his wrist.
You'll carry your prison with you. That armor will be your new cell.
Tychus is an especially heinous criminal,
Make no mistake.
and Arcturus means not to let him out of that suit
War is coming
until his transgressions have been repaid.
with all its glory. All its horror.
Saratul fighting for his life.
Sufficiently, your freedom awaits.
Hell, it's about time.
The punchline of Starcraft 2 Wings of Liberty. This campaign, for any of those who haven't seen it or who don't know, is centered around the Terran pieces. So I'll be tearing through most of the campaign. There will be a slight jaunt into some Protoss technology. There will be no playing of the Zerg. However, there will be plenty fighting of the Zerg. Here we go to Marsara, a fringe world in the Dominion space, the Koprulu sector. It was recolonized in 2502, some 500 and something years in our future. Now the storyline of the Terrans in general is that they were all convicts. They were sent through a wormhole from Earth as exile, and their ships arrived in a sector where 2 other alien races were doing battle, the Zerg and the Protoss. And they made a home.
Emperor Arcturus Minsk held a press conference commemorating the end of the so-called Brood War some 4 years ago.
4 years after the events of Brood War.
On the scene.
Emperor, the threat of a new Zerg invasion is still very real. But instead of expanding our fleets, you've the trillions I'm hunting down has been rebels like Jim Raynor.
Jim Raynor.
Represents a clear and present threat to this dominion.
He represents a threat
He is an unscrupulous law
only to your
bent on
leadership.
spreading fear and dissension across the sector. He and his ragtag band of miscreants have instigated open rebellion across
Jim Raynor and his memorabilia of Sarah Kerrigan. His one-time companion, in more ways than one. In the strongest way, though, on the battlefield.
very soon.
It ain't over till it's over, you son of a bitch.
Parental advisory. Some explicit lyrics and dialogue.
Adjutant, are my troops ready yet?
Your forces are prepared and awaiting your orders, Commander. Uploading tactical data now.
Good. About time we kick this revolution into overdrive.
Hey man, Raynor. You got a new commander on your side. Actually, throughout the campaign, you basically take the role of Raynor.
Is the center of Dominion logistics on Marsara.
This is
Destroying
a
the
briefing screen.
Triple Emperor makes operations throughout the planet.
This will tell you about your next mission, give you a little sneak peek of the new unit that you're going to be using. Normally you can access a achievement list here and see the achievements for the next mission. Each mission has 3 achievements. Of course, I'm going to be leaving it on Brutal. Let's go ahead and launch. I will get to use a Marine
What do you got for me?
this mission.
Dominion forces have set up a logistics headquarters in the town of Backwater Station. This has become the hub for all operations on Marsara. The Dominion recently pulled troops out of the city and they are now under strength.
Nice.
Are the locals cooperating?
The people of Backwater Station are known to be anti-Dominion, but they lack
Anti-Dominion and
weapons
cooperative.
If I can take that headquarters away
That could
from
be
them,
some serious recruiting grounds
on this planet. Prep my ship.
on this planet, he says. We're going to cripple them on Marsara as a whole, cripple the Dominion's strength, and so light a fire under our revolution. The current mission is Liberation Day. This is the very first mission of the campaign. And we're playing on Brutal. Now, some of these videos might be longer than my usual half an hour. I think this one's probably going to come in right around there by the time the objective and everything is, that little beginning intro and everything's factored in. But some of these may very well take me a good 40 minutes in the mission and then have some spill out dialogue on either side of the mission. So I'll kind of breeze through certain things where I can, but I'll not cut out any bits of storyline.
Alright, boys. Let's show the locals they don't need to fear the Dominion.
And where possible, I will poke out and get other little special areas, little bonuses that I know of, do secondary objectives and so forth. Some of the achievements I'm not going to be able to get just because
Intervals wide, your eyes open, and your ass is covered. Let's move.
some of the achievements I'm not going to be able to get just because it's hard enough to play through some of these missions on Brutal. And then if I want to do secondary objectives, that kind of takes you out of the running for some of the objectives. I'm going to try to conserve as many Marines as possible just by juggling these early ones. I want guys with low health in the back and guys with good health in the front.
Keep a close watch on your neighbors. Descent will only slow our progress.
A hologram of Minx
Destroying the Dominion holoboards will help in
right behind him, a billboard that says Minx lies! Obedience is safety. Yeah, right.
Sell me. I'm getting mighty tired of seeing things.
So this little bit of micro, for example, when you're coming up, grabbing one guy and moving him back, it's really easy to do, but you don't always think to do it. This is a great place to practice little bits of micro like that. With Protoss especially, that little type of micro is very, very useful.
Sounds like a plan.
Commander.
I'm just going to bum rush in here because I happen to know that I will get reinforcements.
It's time to call
Haven't lost anybody yet. Oh, I'm so close. I lost one.
sell me.
And here the reinforcements are. Nice. Now, I just used a command where if you have guys on a control group, you can select new guys, and instead of resetting the whole control group, you can just use shift and the number of the control group to add them to it. Can be very useful. It's a faster way to get new guys in your control group than selecting the control group, adding the new guys and then resetting the control group. It cuts out that step of having to select them to begin with. Okay, I think that is, it says 4 out of 6 Dominion holoboards. I think there's 2 up ahead. Okay, we'll have to assume that because I don't really see any void space that I haven't cleared yet. Yeah, let's just go ahead and proceed on. I've got quite the chunk of Marines here. An armored APC. I guess armored APC is redundant.
When you reach the dig site. My brother went off to the mine last week. He disappeared.
He slowly takes a couple steps back. Oof, guy, don't try it.
We got a runner.
If there's one thing I know about the Dominion,
Civilians, move in.
it's that it's very clear that they are
Count on me.
enforced by criminal minds. Lost quite a few Marines in that, but that's okay. I had quite a few low. I'm going to get some additional soldiers here, and then we're going to move in. Actually, I think it's mainly just these civilians, but they do help in this next section. Aha, the final hologram. Hollow board. There we have it.
Been a while since we saw you around here.
I'd really like you guys to attack.
We're with you, Raiders.
Sweet! Look at them go. Oh yeah! Arm your Molotov cocktails, boys. I'm gonna use the civilians a little bit.
We got your back, Rainer.
I think I'll be able to take them all out here. I am kind of low. Rainer's taking a couple shots, but he is a toughie. Now we're gonna give these civilians a little bit of time, just because I don't want to risk this. I will have to fight one more time before this is all said and done. It's too bad I can't click on them and see what kind of an attack they have. I don't think it's anything real substantial, but their health is definitely substantial. It is definitely a soak. That is very helpful to me. I am going to focus fire here. I just did a nice little shift Q. And the people even delayed the Vikings some more and forcing them to land. Kind of funny. Okay, so this is probably actually going to be shorter than a half an hour. We'll see with this little bit of debriefing, this little outro. But there we have the first mission down.
I didn't think we could fight them. But
Ooh,
we
she's
can.
cute.
Now you've got the weapons and the resources to do it.
Yeah, and you can join me with my weapons and resources.
We control you if you
We can
let it.
fight him even better. We'll go to other planets and fight him. We'll fight him aggressively, not just defensively. So here you see the achievements on the left side. I think I already had all of these on this account. This account has played through the campaign once, so a lot of these achievements I will already have. I'll make it a point though to look at the achievements and then at least talk about them if I'm not going to you know, do them myself. Killed all the Marines. Almost liberated all the civilians, so apparently I lost some civilians, missed some civilians I should say. Got all the holoboards. Rainer himself killed 6 people. That's kind of a neat stat. Achievement-wise, Liberation Day, complete all mission objectives in Liberation Day. That's mainly just the holoboards, I guess. Rainer's back. Kill 5 enemy units in Liberation Day mission with Rainer on normal difficulty. He killed 6, so I would have gotten that achievement this mission. Down with Minx. Kill every enemy unit in Liberation Day. So these first 3 are, you know, the 3 for this first mission are kind of easy ones because I got all that by happenstance without even looking at them. Let's continue here. Let's see how this is going to lead into the beginning of the revolution, or as Minx might call it, the rebellion. Marsara still in Joey Ray's bar. And apparently still getting liquored up. I'm surprised the fly even stayed that long. I guess some liquor is sweet and he's drinking whiskey, the cough syrup of the liquor world. Oh hell. It's about Tychus. Wonder how he fits in that bar. I wonder if they make public structure doors large enough to fit Marines in suit. If I remember the stats right from the first Starcraft.
Most wanted man in the sector. You ain't that hard to find.
Like Tychus doesn't see that coming.
I had to see it for myself. Little Jimmy Raynor, the people's hero.
And recognition dawns on Rainer's face.
Tychus Finley. Nice suit.
What an arse!
Be prepared.
That was my
I heard
empty
they
bottle
put
of
you
whiskey.
on ice.
That's right, old buddy.
I'm a model citizen now.
I'm a model citizen now.
Are you really?
So, to what do I owe the pleasure?
Just a friendly business.
That's a big fly. That is a big fly. My God.
Do you even know what the Dominion are doing out here?
It didn't register when he first put the
Guess
cigar
you're
on it.
about to tell me.
Digging up alien artifacts, old buddy.
Ooh, alien artifacts.
Minsk has gone crazy for them. But I got a contact that'll pay top dollar for every artifact we liberate from the Dominion.
I guess I can hardly pass that up now. Can I, Tychus?
Good money?
60-40.
70-30. My way.
I'm leading an army here. I'm leading a rebellion. I need the money. I need the cash.
Feels like old times already.
Old times.
Tychus comes in with an interesting angle. A business proposition, he says. Ah, so here we are. This is not the normal screen you would see between each mission. Eventually I will be on a battle cruiser, spoiler alert. But this will let me go into the other mission, and there's almost always a number of things that you can interact with. I'm not going to go through all of them myself, but I will say that you do get an achievement from watching a number of newscasts, and then there's a lot of other little stuff that you can click on, like you know, a picture of a Viking that just kind of looks neat.
Recent.
That was the liberation here on Marsara.
These parts are ready to fight back against me.
A lot of times they'll have a little bit of dialogue like that started. Obviously, I'm not going to go through all that. Oh yeah, you can switch up the song too. Bourbon Cowboys. Some little tips. We're not going to go over that, and I'm going to have to call it here. So thanks for watching the first mission here, and look forward to more of this playthrough. I'm not going to stop doing the multiplayer content, and especially not the Heart of the Swarm content. I actually played for about 4 hours today. Race picking Zerg the whole time, trying to get a decent Zerg versus Terran or Zerg versus Protoss. And I had a lot of Zerg versus Zerg and then a lot of cheese games, so yeah, I didn't get anything. Decided to go ahead and start this playthrough, so more of this will be coming up right around the corner. Thanks guys, see you later.